Welcome to another episode of Coder Conversations. This is Kevin.
And this is TC.
Yeah, what's been going on, man?
Oh, enjoying the weekend. Enjoying the weekend.
Yeah,
Taking, been going hard during the week with coding and weight training and just taking it easy for the weekend.
yeah, I don't blame you, man. You got to recover.
Yeah,
I've been super busy this whole week because it's a release week. They want all these features in, so I have to try to get
yeah,
that done. But yeah,
yeah,
man, we kind of changed up the look of the podcast. I think it looks a lot better.
yeah, man. It looks good. It looks good. It looks a lot more professional.
Yeah, you have to step our game up.
Yep.
But yeah, this is a pretty interesting video. Elon Musk. Supposedly, I believe he's investing or he's utilizing Boxable for like portable housing. Supposedly, he's going to be living in one of these. Yeah, let me just play the video.
Skyrocketing by more than 500% over the last year alone, Tesla CEO Elon Musk has seen his fortune soar. According to recent estimates, the mercurial tech visionary and crypto enthusiast is now worth nearly $170 billion. In light of that, you might be surprised to learn that Elon Musk's house in Starbase, Texas isn't a sprawling mansion. Rather, Musk's house is a mass-produced 20-foot by 20-foot box. That's right, Musk is now living in what's essentially a 400-square-foot studio. His house, so to speak, was designed
Pretty small.
It's crazy with these ads, man.
construction startup that specializes in easy-to-construct housing modules. The houses Boxable sells can cost as much as $50,000. That cost doesn't include fees related to landscaping permits and utility hookups like electricity and water. Still, it's not as if Musk doesn't have the money to spare to fill in the details. By design, Boxable homes aren't exactly extravagant. They can be a bit bare bones, but owners can customize them to their liking. Recently, the Houston Chronicle shed some light on what Musk's specific Boxable unit likely looks like. Boxable posted a video in November from inside the casita, announcing the company had just built it for a high-profile and top-secret customer in Boca Chica. But while the company didn't name names, Boca Chica isn't exactly teeming with celebrities, especially ones who would have a poster of SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket on the door. Remember, Boxable built a custom home for a top-secret customer in Boca Chica. To that end, Musk admitted that's where his home is now. Put simply, it's not hard to put two and two together. So what's inside that mysterious house? Boxable homes are built in the factory to fold into a standard shipping container. They're made from steel, concrete, and EPS foam, the end result of years of prototyping to find materials that would not degrade. Walls, floors, and roof are all made of laminated panels. The modules are legal for travel on highways. Shipping will be free in Arizona, California, Nevada, and Utah, with additional costs the further away the destination is. Delivery and unboxing are included in the $50,000 price, though land, permits, or other needs will likely add costs. They will come with plumbing, electricity, and HVAC pre-installed and ready for hookup. Unfolded from the shipping container, the casita looks like this. This floor plan shows the inside of the casita, which could be combined with multiple modules to create additional configurations. Inside, the casita comes fully furnished. It sets up as a studio with 375 square feet of living space. The ceiling is just under 10 feet tall, with large windows and doors. Despite its small size, the casita has a full-size kitchen with a refrigerator, double sink, and dishwasher. Dining space is built into the countertops, which continue along the walls. Cabinets also continue along the walls, providing storage. The kitchen might only accommodate one person at a time, but it has plenty of space to keep a full pantry. A sliding glass barn door to the bathroom saves space. Though compact, the bathroom has generous counter space. The bathroom has a shower and bathtub with a glass door. The vanity includes a backlit mirror. Right outside the bathroom is a combo washer and dryer, one of the many perks of the casita over a typical apartment. As a studio, the main living space is all open. A built-in divider and TV stand provides some separation between the sleeping and living room areas. At only 375 square feet, space could be a little tight, but the casita seems like a good option for a single person or a couple.
So yeah, man, what do you think about that? Could you see yourself living in one of those?
I I couldn't. I've lived in a studio apartment similar to this setup,
Yeah,
and it was just not. Uh, it wasn't comfortable. Like
right.
I could see it being like somebody's like first, like they move out and it's their first type home or whatever. But it was after like a year, it got to a point where like I just felt like I was like it was too close. Everything was too close
Claustrophobic
to each other.
almost.
It was almost claustrophobic. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. I feel the same way, man. It's like, what's the point of that when you can just live in an apartment if you really want to do something like that?
Well, the
So
rent. I mean, it's only $250 a month for the home.
oh, okay.
I checked out their website, and it's pretty cheap as far as like paying off the unit or whatever. But I'm guessing when you buy it, I'm guessing can't do it a month to month. I don't know how that would work, right? Let's say you don't,
Mm.
you do a month to month for a year, and then what they take it back. Like how does that work?
What is it? $250 for what, the next 30 years or something? Or
And, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. Reserve yours. Yeah, pre-order today. So it's not even out.
yeah, I don't really see the purpose of this. Like when like you say, you have apartments and you can put like multiple units together. Like if that's such a need for space, like why have something like that? You know what I mean? Like a little studio with a
Uh,
when you can, because when you have stuff like that, you need verticality. You need a bunch of those stacked on top of each other to make it like
yeah.
you know.
I don't think it's used for that though. I think it's used more so for like just if you let's say you have a plot of land and you don't want to build an apartment building with like a bunch of units inside of it. You just want
Right.
one person to live there. You could take a modular home like this and just put it on that piece of land, and then that person can live there. Almost
Yeah.
like having a home in the backyard. Like you have a backyard, you want to put a home back there for your niece or nephew or whatever. Boom, get a modular home. It's a small studio. It's only them, and they can,
Yeah.
rock it. You know.
Yeah. I guess it's like a kind of like a solution to a mobile home, like a competing solution to that. So
Yeah, yeah,
in that sense, it kind of makes sense. But
yeah. It solves that problem, and the fact that it's like it folds out almost like it's like those toys where like those Barbie toys where like here's Barbie's home and then boom it's just a box and you open up the box and she's got all this other stuff inside of it.
right,
It's like
like,
that where
do you feel the benefit is more for the builder or the buyer?
I think both. I think like it doesn't take if you're prepackaging all of these or let's say as a buyer, right? I'm able to take this modular home, go online, go through a forum, customize it how I want to customize it, right? If I want the bathroom to be to the right side of the house versus the left side, right? If I wanted to separate I want the as soon as I walk in, I want there to be the kitchen, and then to the right side, I want the bathroom, and then the living room would be to the left side. However you want it, you can customize it, and then make it your own, I guess. And it's not difficult for the builder, right? It's all built in the factory. They just gotta ship it, and then I guess unfold it.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna put like normal construction companies. Well, I'm not gonna say it's gonna put them out of business, but it's like competition where these are building factories, whereas normal homes you have to have like a construction company come and or
Yeah,
home builder come and put it together.
nothing beats it's not going to be a real home though. It's not going to beat a place where like because that ceiling is only what 10 feet tall, something like that,
I mean,
right?
like how I look at it, if people can't afford regular homes, everything's like 400,000.
Yeah,
I guess people are gonna jump into that beats like living on the street. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't think you can split it between. I don't think you can split it between roommates though. That seems like a pretty tight
Yeah,
space.
exactly. I wonder like how much the land is going. Like once you factor in the land, how much is everything gonna be all together? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. I wonder how many people are going to adopt it.
Yeah, I don't really think Elon's gonna live there for long. They're just using him as like the poster boy, like, oh, he wants one,
Of
he's
course.
living there.
Yeah.
But he's really staying at like Joe Rogan's mansion in Austin or something like that.
Yeah. I would say I would say he's probably living there for. I could see him living there, like at least for a little bit, just because looking at like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, like how they started out, like they seem to be pretty frugal people, like in the beginnings, like as they were coming up.
But yeah, man, 300 some square feet, man. That's like minuscule, man.
Yeah, it's really tiny. Yeah, you
Like
could probably put your arms out and then touch the you know.
yeah, it's almost like a mini prison cell or something. But yeah, let's there's some other interesting news. Nvidia pays 5.5 million for allegedly hiding how many gaming CPUs were sold to crypto miners. Now it's
They
the
pay
charges.
5.5 billion. They probably
Yeah, man,
have that.
that's why it's so hard to get a GPU, man, because the crypto miners are kind of
Scalpers.
buying them
Yep.
all up.
Yep. Crypto miners and scalpers. Once those two come into play, whatever it is just gets scooped up like PlayStation 5s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Like, can you even just buy like a 3080 right now for Amazon? Let me see.
I think for scalped prices, because you can like resellers can go on Amazon and put it out there.
It kind of sucks, man. If you want to get anything like decent, you just got to pay like $200 or $300 above like the normal price because scalpers are like snapping it all up.
Or I mean, if you really want to get a 3080, I would say
Get like a
buy a
pre-built
pre-built.
machine.
Get a pre-built machine. Get a
Yeah,
pre-built machine and just gut it if you really wanted it. Or what? Oh wait, no, see, $1,500 for a 3080,
1500.
1,400. This is from Best Buy.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing prices like 1,000. I see this one here for like 850
Yeah,
on
I would also
Amazon.
I would also say like I heard that there's a rumor that there's gonna be a 4 series coming soon, so I would wait.
Yeah,
I would wait. Like, there's no point in getting the 3 series at this point if a 4 series is out there.
yeah. I think I'm kind of past the point of like being a PC gamer. I don't mind laptop gaming, but building like a super machine with the latest graphics card. To me, it's not really worth it over just buying the latest console. The graphics ain't really that much better.
Really?
Not in my opinion. You might get like
Wow.
better frame rates and a little
Yeah.
better filtering, but it's not like, oh man, this looks 20 times better. You know what I mean?
Uh, yes and no. I'm big into like emulation, and so like when a new GPU comes out or a new CPU comes out, like I'm excited to see like how far you can push. Like let's say for example like Yuzu is a Switch emulator, right? And I can take like Mario Odyssey or whatever and then bump it up to 2K or 4K, like way past the resolutions that it would
Yeah.
be on like a normal Switch, right? So um and I also feel like with emulation, I feel like you get past a lot of the headaches that a lot of normal gaming is nowadays with like games as a service and uh digital only marketplaces and stuff. But I just like the fact that you can bump up the resolutions and like make games look even better or like mod them and stuff like that. I feel like that's where the benefit comes into PC gaming.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing emulation and modding, it's worth it. But I used to get into that.
Yeah,
Like, I'm gonna get this top, this nice machine because I'm gonna
yeah.
do these mods and all of that. But
Hmm.
realistically, I never ended up modding.
Yeah. I would say, but if you're gonna drop the $1,500 or $2,000, you
Yeah,
better use the machine for everything that it can
exactly.
do.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of to the point where like the modern consoles, like if you just take emulation out the picture, the graphics are good enough to where
Yeah,
you know I'm not
yeah,
like rushing to drop $500 on just the graphics card.
right. Yeah, I see where you're coming from there. Uh, but yeah, just if we were just to compare like the what a PC could do versus like just a sole console by itself, it's like there's
Yeah.
no contest. Like the PC just wins outright.
Right.
Um, but yeah, man, like with this article here, why would Nvidia tell how much money they've made? You know, if somebody's buying all your product and you can barely keep things in stock, or yeah, you can barely keep, let's say for example, you can barely keep things in stock. Maybe they do have stock, maybe they don't, but uh, if somebody's buying up all the product, you're not gonna you're not gonna stop selling to them.
Right. Man, I wonder like the long term effects of all of this like cryptocurrency, on the environment. You got to run these
Yeah,
graphics cards, and it's
twenty
just
four
sucking up
seven.
electricity. Like
Yeah.
what's actually going on with cryptocurrency? Like how does that work?
You mean like how does it like how is a Bitcoin mined?
Yeah, like what is the graphics card doing exactly? Like,
It's crunching numbers. So like each uh each like a Bitcoin has a hash, right? And this
yeah,
is just my basic understanding of it. I'm probably gonna get something wrong, so I'll preface that. Uh, the Bitcoin has a hash, and then you're able to, in order to like to validate that this Bitcoin is real, you need to crunch these numbers. And so when they run these GPUs, what's mining for Bitcoin is you're running against algorithm and you're coming up with these let's say bits, right? And you come up with these bits, and then eventually you compare it to this contract for the Bitcoin, and you say, okay, does this match? Yes. Does this match? Yes. And then over and over again, and then eventually you have a whole Bitcoin, and then you're just doing that over and over again.
hmm.
At least that's my basic understanding. I could be missing a couple of key features, but
Right,
uh, the GPU is basically just doing a lot of math and trying to figure out the contract for this Bitcoin that you're trying to mine for. And when it finds it, it it basically earns the Bitcoin or whatever, and then it moves on to something else.
yeah, man. I don't really see the advantage of this over like conventional money, like say paper and what we have now with banks, but seems like
Yeah,
that's where
but
everybody's moving.
there's a lot that you can do with Bitcoin that's not legal. That's a lot easier to do with
Mhm.
Bitcoin than it is to do with actual hard cash. So like a lot of like dark web and like uh,
Mhm.
underground stuff is through Bitcoin.
Right.
Like when Cyberpunk 2077, when CD Projekt Red got hacked, and they took all of their like files and stuff for like The
Mhm.
Witcher and all their other games, and they put all that information on the dark web. All that was sold through Bitcoin.
Right.
I
Yeah.
forgot. Let me actually look up how much.
Yeah, it seems like it's good for like the black market and all of that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just don't believe that it's like
the future.
uncrackable like they say. I believe the governments they got the ability to
Uh, I could see
get
it.
it. They're not going to let something proliferate that they can't gain access to. You know what I mean? Just like
Yeah,
they're not going to let other countries get on the gold standard. We literally go to war over that. So
right.
why are they going to let like some uncrackable cryptocurrency that they can't control just
Yeah, big
proliferate?
banks. Yeah,
But
yeah,
to sell it, they have to let you think, well, it's completely secure. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. It's the only part that I've seen that's when it's not secure is when people get phished. Like
Mm,
those people that like fall for those schemes or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, send me, you know, point 0.8 Bitcoin or point 0.5 Bitcoin to this wallet,
yeah,
and I can double your wallet cash flow or whatever." And people believe it.
right,
It's so new that nowadays, like you said, like it's not really regulated. But if you fall for a scam, you fall for a scam, you know?
Yeah, your money's just gone.
Well, it's just gone. There's nowhere to get it back. It's a one-way ticket.
I think like Bitcoin and NFTs, those are something like if you got in early, you made a killing, but if
Yeah,
you
of
get in
course.
late, you kind of left like holding the bag.
Yeah.
So
And some people are saying that NFTs are actually that trend is sort of heading downhill.
yeah,
Like,
like crashing and burning.
mhm,
I mean, I never really seen like the purpose of them in the first place. You know what I mean? Like
I don't
nobody
know.
really wants this unless you're creating your NFT and think you're going to make $1 million off of it. Like
Right.
I haven't seen like people who actually use them or buy them like rave about them.
Unless you're selling them.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's
Yeah.
pretty much what the Web 3.0 is like, just finding new ways to invent stuff for people to buy.
Right.
Like where you don't literally have to produce anything. You just kind of like create a digital asset and then you can sell it over and over. And
I
I think that's
mean,
kind
but
of like you don't have to like physically produce it. Like if you want to sell socks, you gotta create a
you have to
factory,
physically
get
produce it.
cotton.
Yeah.
Whereas with this digital economy, you just get an artist to produce a digital sock,
Right.
program it to create the world, and then you can sell as many of those as you want.
Yeah. But how do you use it? There's no utility.
Yeah,
That's
you put it
the
on your avatar.
but
That's
I can I can go into Photoshop, whip up a stock, and animate it or whatever, and make that my avatar. Why do I have to
yeah,
spend
but
$1,500 or whatever for your avatar?
I think that's why they're trying to get everybody hooked into like this concept of the metaverse, so people feel comfortable buying these digital assets. Like, like kids, they're getting them hooked early with like Fortnite. Like, hey mom, can I get this cool new skin for $5? You know what I mean?
Right.
I want
Yeah.
this cool armor. It's kind of like what they're trying to get people accustomed to.
Maybe. Maybe. I just don't see the. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's just the generational difference, but I don't see the utility of it. You know, like,
Yeah.
and I told this story before, but like I've dropped tons of money on DLC that I own. Right, I own this
Mhm.
DLC, but I don't have an Xbox 360 anymore. So like
Right.
all the games that I bought, all the DLC that I bought for those games is now shovelware essentially.
Yeah.
So uh, like unless I was able to like emulate it on my PC and just like play with my Xbox 360 games and the DLC on there, but because I can't, or at least I don't think I can, it's useless. I spent
Yeah.
hundreds of dollars on something that I can't use anymore.
Yeah. I mean, there's no real utility to it. It's just to look cool or whatever. People, have people invested in this meta world. Like, realistically, like working out. There is health benefits, but a lot of it is like vanity. Like, hey, I want to show off. I want to show how good I look. I want attention. So if everybody's kind of like in the metaverse, you want to have the cool looking avatar, cool
Yeah,
looking house. You know what I mean?
yeah. Um, I could see that. I could see that. I just don't want it to get to a point where like where we take it where you can look however you want to look in real life, but then in the metaverse you're this like almost like Ready Player One. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but
Mm,
it's like people live in like these almost like mobile homes, and like this
yeah,
it's almost like a dystopian like real world, and then at least from what I remember, it's like a dystopian real world or whatever. But then in the video game world or whatever, you could be your avatar could be anything,
yeah,
and you could look any kind of way. So it's like you could look cool in the metaverse, but then in the real world, you're just some
yeah.
pimply nerd who doesn't take care of himself.
And that's kind of like where I was headed with this. Like, it almost makes me think it ties in with the Boxable thing. Like, houses are so expensive, everybody gets pretty much like a mini box to live in. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then your real life sucks, so you just go into the metaverse and try
Yep.
to look cool in there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if these came with like a Oculus headset or something. Just get
Yeah.
jacked into the VR world.
People get plugged in. Yeah.
Did you hear about that story in California where like somebody rented a home and he put like a bunch of pods in it and he was renting those pods out to people for like $800?
What?
Let me see if I can find it.
I know rent is high, but man, that's a little much.
Yeah, man. I guess people got to find a creative way to stay off the street. Let's see. Oh, here we go.
This is Wix.
Welcome back. Rent in some parts of the U.S. is becoming out of reach, but a new concept here in Bakersfield and the Bay Area is gaining some traction. It allows for multiple people to share one home. David Louie explains.
The rent for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house like this in Palo Alto could easily run $6,000 to $8,000. The residents paying just $800 per month. While they share the kitchen and other spaces, the 14 residents sleep in pods, a bit larger than a twin bed.
How many?
But our pods
14?
are 8 feet tall.
let me
So
run
it
that
gives
back.
enough room for like bigger people and like also like some wiggle room. So they're not like bigger people.
Than a twin bed.
But our pods are actually 8 feet tall. So it gives enough room for
Other spaces, the 14 residents sleep in pods, a bit larger than a twin bed.
But our pods are actually 8 feet tall. So it gives enough room for like bigger people and like also like some wiggle room. So they're not like the Japanese capsules. They're a little bit larger.
She and co-founder James Stolwart wanted to address the need for affordable housing. They tried to do this in New York, but ran into objections. Palo Alto doesn't set a limit on renters in a single-family house. They also found a cooperative landlord.
We told them about our concept and the benefits of it and how it would help people, and the landlord was interested.
Residents are all in their 20s getting started or doing internships. Luis Alonso from Peru loves access to the kitchen. Sleeping in a pod is fine.
For me, I don't need like a big space. It's just so I can every night when I go to sleep I need just one bed.
In a year, the idea went from a concept to affordable housing for 20 at 2 sites, financed mostly by savings and family.
I don't mind depleting my savings like this. Like as long as I'm able to bring this to the world, that's all I really care about.
Yeah, that's pretty sad, man.
That's ridiculous. 18
Is-
residents.
Is rent anywhere near you, like a house like that? Is it like $6,000 a month? Or
I haven't even bothered looking for a home. Let me actually see. If I was to look up a home in my area, let's see.
That's insane. 6,000.
House for sale, for rent.
Wow.
These are apartments for rent. It's a studio for rent, 2K.
3 bedroom,
2.7.
3 bath, 3,000 square feet, $64.50 a month.
House for rent, $9,800 a month. 4 bedrooms.
$9,800.
$9,850.
How big is that house?
2,200 square feet.
Wow. Wow. This one is 9,600. 9,600. Let me put this on the screen. Like what is going on over there?
House for rent, 4,700. 1,100 square feet. It's not bad.
How much was that?
4,700, 1,100 square feet. 3 bedrooms. You rent
Man,
out
that sounds
each
like
bedroom for.
I don't know. To me, that sounds kind of expensive, but look at this.
Where's that at?
Sunset Park.
Sunset Parkway. That's 4
Yeah,
bedrooms though.
with only 2,200 square feet though, for almost 10,000 a month. Like you know, what I'm saying, it doesn't even look good. Like, well, you know, it looks okay, but like the
Where you said that? It doesn't even look good. $10,000 a month? Yeah, but it's
look,
not. I don't think it's meant for the one person to live in unless they're just balling like that.
I guess it's the location. Maybe they ain't like I don't know where this is exactly. Let me Control plus. Sunset Parkway,
Bundy Drive.
Centinela,
Okay, yeah, that's over there. Um,
Ocean Park.
That's probably a bougie area.
Oh, okay, but yeah, I guess it must that must be all like location.
It must be low. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, man, it's expensive.
2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 5,500. I mean, I would rather be in this than the other one. Like this actually got like a nice view.
It's the same price though.
This one's 5,500.
Yeah, but you cut down. You cut.
Yeah,
All you're doing is cutting down on the bedrooms.
right.
It's nice though.
Yeah, it's at least got like a good like hilltop view.
Yeah, that's why it costs so much. It's on a hill. The house on a
Like
hill.
would like say you was making like 200K, would you move into something like this?
What's that break down to a month? Let me see.
Yeah, how much is 200K a month after taxes?
10K a month, roughly.
That's it.
10.7.
This comes to a monthly net income of 12,265. Depending on the state you work and live in, you may pay additional state income taxes. So yeah, I guess let's just say 12,000. You're taking home 12K a month.
12K a month. I live there at $5,000 for 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, and that's almost let me see.
That's almost half. It's almost half my
Yeah,
monthly
50%
paycheck just
in
for the
rent.
rent. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
That's a lot for 2 bedrooms.
right.
Like it would make more sense for me to get the 4 bedroom and rent out the other 2 units.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you can find someone to rent it to, yeah. This is pretty nice here, but
Marina Del Rey. Yep, that's a nice. That's a nice area. It's near the beach.
This one's about 3,800 a month
For one bed, please.
I got some nice looking amenities. It's better for that price.
That's a cool gym.
Oh yeah, it looks really nice, but yeah, that price is a little crazy.
38, man. Nah.
You remember I was telling you about like my hometown, Killeen, man. Those prices are still pretty decent, man. I was halfway thinking about just getting a house around there just to have one.
Dang, house for rent, $1,400. I'm moving. Let's
4 beds, 2 baths.
I'm out.
15.
Let's go. Moving to Texas.
3 beds, 2 baths, 2,600 square feet.
See, that makes more sense. That makes way more sense. 3 bedrooms? Dang. Man.
Yeah, I would say, man, look into buying. Like let's look at these prices.
Yeah, that yard is not looking pretty.
Like this is expensive for what this used to sell for. 5 beds, 3 baths, 3,100 square feet, $450,000. So
450.
this used to sell for. Oh, this is a brand new house. That's why.
Are we looking for something with history?
Yeah, I'm trying to see like okay, maybe something like this is a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, $265,000.
That's not bad. Wow.
And then I bet you this was like before the pandemic stuff. It was probably like 180,000. Let's see. Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, and it just shot up, and it's just keep climbing. That's crazy.
But it's not too bad.
Right.
265,000 for 4 beds, 2 baths. Wow, they're selling houses for $600,000 in Killeen. They're out of their minds. 4 beds, 2 baths, 210,000. Yeah, if you want something more urban, let's look at Arlington. I know Austin went crazy. Arlington still has like decent. Look at this: 4 bed, 3 bath, 3,000 square feet, 406,000.
Price cut by 7K.
That's pretty nice. Four beds, 2 baths, 1,700 square feet, 315,000. Yeah, man, I would say it's got a pool too.
Wow. What's developer jobs like that out there? Like that out there?
Man,
React to
pay
Angular.
just as much,
They pay just as much.
especially if you get a remote one. Because a lot of the companies I've been interviewing for, they're located in California,
Hmm.
and they pay up to like 185K, 200K. There's a local job out here that paid like 180 to 200K.
Wow.
So it pretty much pays the same as LA. I think you got to go to the Bay Area to get like that, the
Yeah.
insane,
But
you
then
know what I mean?
but with the Bay Area, you get Bay Area prices though. So it's not
Exactly,
like, all that money's going to your pocket.
exactly. Wow, 5 bedrooms, 2 baths, 345,000. Wow, that's a pretty big backyard too. Looks like they need to mow it a little bit, but man, these are some good deals. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is nice. Yeah, I think I could pay this price for this. Let me save this one. 4 bed, 4 bath. Now what's so crazy? I bet like 2 years ago this was selling for like maybe like 350,000.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. For what you're paying in rent, man, you could probably get like something around this level.
Yep. Get a home.
Yeah, man. I say,
Wow.
man, look into it, man.
That's crazy.
Like Arlington is actually like a pretty nice area. They got some, what I'm saying, it's not like the boonies or nothing.
Hmm.
They got like a lot of yeah, that's where they got the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. They got this big venue called Texas Live. This is where they host like a lot of different events like boxing fights, Super Bowl, like parties and all of that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can find some images of it. So yeah, it got like this
Whoa.
massive screen right here.
Texas
And
Live.
they got like all of these like little restaurants and clubs here. They got like a little hotel in the background.
That's crazy.
So yeah, what's also cool about Arlington is they got the old Ranger Stadium and they converted that into like they got like an e-gaming thing, like an e-gaming venue in there too.
Esports. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. I think this year, man, I want to end up getting me a house. You know what I mean?
That's the goal.
So yeah, man, I'm hoping to.
You working towards it, or
Yeah,
yeah?
yep.
Nice.
Once I get that new job, man, that's where all them savings is going into for that down payment.
That's what's up.
But I'm looking more to the Frisco area. So let me just show you like what the but yeah, man, I would say yeah, definitely look to get a house, man, because all that money you're dumping into rent it's just
Yeah,
disappearing.
I
You know what I
know.
mean?
I know. I know. Trust me. Trust me. I know. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah. I gotta get like you, man. I gotta get like you.
I mean, you almost there, man. You just gotta
Yeah, step it up.
be active. So yeah, so the DFW Metroplex, man, it's huge. You got like a bunch of different cities. So here's like Dallas here, Fort Worth is here, like Arlington is like right here,
Hmm.
Frisco is right here, Plano, like where a lot of like the rich people are moving to is called Prosper. It's like where Dak Prescott got a house a little bit to the north of Frisco.
Mm.
Man, they got some really nice stuff out here. Take a look at this place called Windsong Ranch. Like they built like a I guess like a man-made beach over there.
A man-made beach. Are you sharing your screen?
So, like yeah, you see this right here?
You're not sharing your screen.
Oh, okay. So, was it ever sharing when I was talking about like the
You were
like
talking about
different?
the hotel and the Texas Live, and then it cut
Oh,
off.
okay, it kind of just stopped. Okay, is my screen showing now? Or
Nope.
no? Oh, okay, let me hit the showing screen. There we go.
All right, cool.
So yeah, you see, this is like they kind of like built this man-made beach right here.
Mm.
Man, that's crazy.
Whoa. That almost looks like Honduras.
Hmm. Like I would have never thought I would have seen something like this in Texas because like the water out here is usually like murky and swampy looking. So
Hmm.
it's pretty cool. Let me see what the prices are looking like to live there. Available homes. What you got? You got? Do you have any goals? Like, are you planning on like buying another vehicle, buying a house? Like,
Um, like I want to get another car,
yeah,
but it's just the price of it, the price versus the benefit. Like right now, I'm not really driving that much, right? Um,
right.
like if I was driving like every weekend or whatever, that's a whole other story. But I drive every once in a while, pick my sister up, drop her off. Um, but you know, ever since the pandemic, I don't really like drive like that. Uh,
Yep.
like, I don't see the point of getting a new car. Like I do want to get a place eventually, and and I have a couple other plans like for my future and stuff, but that requires things to be in place. And so yeah, man, like right now it's just like saving up, trying to get a new place, like not sinking any more money into rent, um, but also like keeping my mind right as well, like making sure that I
Hmm.
don't get caught up in a lot of this like chasing a lifestyle because
Right.
like at the end of the day, like as long as I have a home over my head, I'm cool. As long as I have like a car, like, even if it's just a hoopty, just to get me from point A to
Yeah.
point B, I'm cool. Um, I don't want to get caught up in that whole like I gotta have the
Hmm.
flashy whip. I gotta have the big house on the hill. Because you lose the, what's the word I'm looking for? You lose sight of what matters. You know,
Right. Yeah.
like it's easy to get caught up in that consumer lifestyle, and once you get caught up in that consumer lifestyle, you lose yourself. You know,
Right.
so I'm not trying to do that. I've been down that road where like I gotta have the flashy shoes and I gotta have the gear and I gotta put on
Yeah.
this lifestyle, but that's not me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did you find like any like real benefit from getting like the latest kicks and looking fresh or whatever?
the first couple of times, like you get those responses, you get those looks, and you get those like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
oh those are the XYZ ABC, like yeah, I just copped them. Oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
those look nice. Blah, blah. Oh, you look nice, or oh you're cute, or what's your name? Like yeah, you get that like initially, but like it's almost like when you've heard something before, it doesn't hit the same twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing, man. It's like after the first time, it's whatever. Uh,
Right.
you get used to it. So, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, you experience it once and then it doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, compliments nice, but
Yeah, thank you.
what's
But,
what's the purpose of this? Thanks, appreciate it. You
right,
know,
yeah, thank
kind
you.
of yeah, exactly. Kind of like buying a nice car. Hey, dude,
Yeah,
nice car.
yeah,
Okay, thanks.
yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, you get you get that burst of attention, and then it's just whatever at
Yeah,
that point.
but then when you see them $900 car payments, like, oh, man, why did I get?
Yeah, exactly. At that point, it's like, is it worth it? Like, can you keep up the
No.
lifestyle?
Yeah,
You know?
it's not worth it, man.
Yeah,
Like having you know what I'm saying, having that extra money in your bank account is a lot better than
right,
pushing the latest whip. Like you say, you can only drive it so much, where
right.
like you just gonna drive around just to drive just to
Just
show
to
it
drive
off
it.
or
Some
something.
people do that. Some people do it.
Yeah.
Some people do it, man. Like some people just drive around just to drive around, just to be seen, just to be seen.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you get eyes on you that it's not worth it, right? Like it's just are you living for yourself or are you living for other people?
Right,
Like
exactly.
you
And
know,
are you making sensible choices for your future? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
do you want to be locked into like $1,000 payment for the next 5, 6 years? That's not rent.
yeah,
So yeah, I don't think like you say, it's don't get caught up in that lifestyle. Like
right, right,
I would say get a house though. That's the one thing like I should have did like a couple of years ago before the pandemic. Just got a house and just chilled out. But you learn.
yeah, yeah. As long as you're pursuing it now, I think everybody should have a goal or a mission, right? Something that they
Yeah.
wake up and they're going towards because without it, you just float along.
Hmm.
Um, like with me, like right now, this year is mostly just like physical health and like getting my mind right, like
Yeah.
reading a lot more. This podcast has helped me with like speaking out loud and thinking on the spot and having conversations.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people take for granted like social interaction and like working from home. Like you have to almost supplement that human interaction, right? Like you could take up all your time with like YouTube and TikTok and stuff, but nothing beats like genuine conversation with another person.
Right. Exactly, man. Man, we really need to push this podcast this year. Like it looks way better than it used to.
It's gonna happen. It's just gonna take us some time. We just
I finally got one of those that little camera thing you're talking about, the adapter for the battery.
yeah.
I haven't plugged it in yet, but at
I'm
least I
telling
got
you,
it.
man. It changes the game. Like I don't even bother plugging in the battery. I just got the battery ever since I got that adapter. The battery has been here sitting. I don't even use
No,
it
yeah.
anymore.
Can
Unless
you like plug it in while it's mounted on the camera stand? Like you put that adapter in?
yeah, it's my camera's on the stand right now with the
No, okay.
adapter. Yeah. Did you get the stand too?
I got a different mount.
Okay.
I think what I'm gonna get next is like a green screen.
Okay.
You know, try to get the full experience going.
Right. Yeah, I say go for it, man. Go for it. It changes the game.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's a good note to end this one on. What do you think?
Yep. Sounds good.
All right, we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.